In this lecture, we are going to discuss about query, creation of point using latitude and longitude values, and buffer. First, we will discuss about query in QGIS. The term query is equal word of question used in GIS. There are two kinds of queries can be performed with vector data, such as spatial query and attribute query. In spatial query, we ask question to spatial data to get answers. In attribute query, we ask question to attribute data to get answer. To perform query, we need spatial and attribute data. To obtain the data, I search in Google as free save file download. In search result, I select GeoFabric/save files link. It opens a new page where it is mentioned as a number of sample save files are available for free on our download server, followed by a link. I just click on the link. It brings me to a new page. There I click on Asia to get the information of Asian countries. It opens a new page where the link for countries available. Here I click on .shp.zip for Sri Lanka, which is having the size of 96 MB. Immediately after the click, the data is started to download in the left bottom of my window. I go to download folder and extract the folder. By opening the folder, we can see several SHP files with its supporting files. Among these files, we will select few files to perform the query. Open QGIS, add vector layer from downloaded folder. Here we see several files which may confuse us. So to see only save files, I change the file type as ESRI save file. Now we can see only .shp file in the window. For this query exercise, I select GIS OSM POIS FRE1 data. After I opened this data, now I open admin boundary of Sri Lanka, which was downloaded from DivaGIS website. Downloading data from DivaGIS was discussed in the second day of our class. If you have deleted Sri Lanka boundary, watch the second day video and download it again. I open LKA_admin2 in our canvas. I am labeling the name of the places using attribute field called name_2. Here we can see several POIs polygon and admin boundary of Sri Lanka. Among these POIs, I need only POIs that is within the boundary of KGF and G Corel and Kundarsal. For this, we can use spatial query. To do that, select polygons using the selector tool. Then click on processing option on menu bar and click on toolbox. Immediately, we can see the processing toolbox appeared on the right side of window. There, expand vector selection and double click on extract by location. Extract by location is the tool which is used for spatial query in QGIS. On the pop-up window, select GIS OSM POIs in extract feature from and select LKA admin 2 in by comparing the feature from. And tick on selected features only. Then provide the option whether you want to intersect or touch or other option. In this case, I choose or within. Look at the extracted location. It is mentioned as create temporary layer and open output after running algorithm. It indicates the result of this process will create a temporary file and it will be displayed on our canvas. Click on run. Now we can see a new layer in the layer panel in the name of extracted location. Close the extract by location window and look at the layer. Look at the larger POIs in the left side of our selected boundary. It is not in our result because our question was extract only POS or within the selected boundary. As this larger polygon is not located within the boundary, it is not extracted in our result. If you use intersect, this polygon will be extracted in our result. Use other extraction option in the tool and see the result. Then attribute query. For this, there are two tools available in QGIS. One is extract by attribute, another one is select by attribute. Extract by attribute will produce a result save file, whereas select by attribute will only select the polygon in our data. For this, I am going to use only POS data, thus I remove other data from the layer panel. To see the attribute information of data, I open attribute table. There I can see the information like park, hotel, bank, etc. Among these, I want to extract only bank POS. To do that, I double click on extract by attribute tool. On the pop-up window, select OSM POS, then select attribute field name, then select the operator as equal to, and in the value, type park followed by a click on run. Now we can see an extracted attribute file in the layer panel. Close the window and look at the answer. We will open and see the attribute table. In F class field, only parks are available. The total number of parks in our data is 311 among 13,508 POS. Now we will use select by attribute with same rule. Now there is no result layer, but the parks in our data is selected. Use different operators and understand the queries well. Now we will discuss about how to create a point data using latitude and longitude values. For example, if you want to map all bus stops in Sri Lanka, we should go to the field with GNSS receiver and collect the latitude and longitude information for each bus stop, then map in GIS. For our training purpose, I have stored the latitude and longitude information of bus stops in Sri Lanka in CSV file format. The latitude and longitude informations are generated in decimal degrees using GeoFabric save files free data. To create a point for these latitude and longitude values, I should add this CSV file in QGIS. I am adding this CSV file in QGIS using the option Add Delimited Text Layer. On the pop-up window, I select the CSV file and select POI coordinate in geometry definition. Select longitude in X and latitude in Y. Then click on select CRS icon and define WGS84 as geographic coordinate system, followed by a click on add. Close the pop-up window and look at the points on our canvas. The created points are stored in temporary memory. If you want to make the point permanent, right click on the data in layer panel and click export and click on save as, and save the file in a specific folder with specific name you like. Buffering is a matter of measuring a distance from a discrete object. It can be a point, line, or area. A zone is then created through reclassification as far as a specified distance from that point, line, or area. In this way, the output of a buffer operation is always an area entity, and that area is based on the location, shape, and orientation of input object. The result of buffer provides defining closed areas within a certain distance of selected landscape feature, and to identify areas surrounding geographic features, identify or select features that fall within or outside of the boundary of buffer area, and it provides summary measures of proximity. To perform the buffer, I am going to use downloaded Sri Lanka data. I open the folder and choose GIS OSM water, a free one data, and I am opening on the canvas. To perform buffer, the data should be in projected coordinate system. To check the coordinate system of the data, I right click on the data in layer panel and click on properties and click on information in side panel and check the coordinate system. Here it shows only geographical coordinate system, thus it has to be projected. Close the pop-up window, right click on the layer and click on export, then click on save feature as. Make sure that the format is ESRI save file and save the file in specific folder. I save the file in the name of water body and click on global icon to define the projection coordinate system. To know under which zone of UTM Sri Lanka falls, I open Google Earth and there I confirm. The entire country falls in the zone number 44 north. So I select UTM zone 44 north in projection coordinate system. Then click on OK. Now we can see water body layer is opened on the layer panel. I create a new project and open the water body again to remove the earlier geographic coordinate system information from the project. Look at the data on canvas as well as in the attribute table. In attribute table, we can see the names in the name field for some polygons, which is the name of the water body. I will use this field to label it. Now I want to find out what are the water bodies are located within the distance of 25 km from Bowatana Reservoir. To find out that, I select Bowatana Reservoir using selection tool, then click on vector on menu bar and click on geoprocessing tools followed by a click on buffer. Select the water body in the input layer, then tick on selected features only. If you do not click on it, buffer will be created for all the water bodies in our data. So make sure we have clicked it. Then enter the distance of 25 and change the units into kilometer. Other options are optional. Read the information on the right window and understand the purpose of it. Make sure open output file after running algorithm is ticked on. Click on run and close the pop-up window. Look at the layer panel. Now buffered layer is added. To know what are the water bodies are located within 25 kilometers, make the symbology null by going to properties, then symbology and click on symbol fill and change the fill color into transparent. And change the stroke color into red and increase the stroke width into 1 mm. Now we can see the number of water bodies within the specified distance. In the same way, we can create a buffer for line and polygon. If you want to extract water bodies within this buffer area, we can use extract by location or spatial query. I will perform spatial query and we will see the results. Now we have extracted the water bodies which is located within 25 kilometers from the reservoir. Practice creating buffer for point, line and polygon using other downloaded data. Recap of today's lecture. In today's lecture, we have discussed about how to extract a specific data using spatial query, how to extract or select a data using attribute query, how to create a point data using latitude and longitude values, how to perform buffer in QGIS, and how to extract the area within the buffer area. To know more about QGIS and related information, visit www.qgis.org.